Hello and welcome to Classic Tetris 2 for the final day of CTWC France 2025. And we are at round 3 of winner bracket, which is, I believe, winner bracket quarterfinals. So we are at top 8 already. We have so all right.
Also stop the recording as well, please.
Okay, yeah. Just starting the. I'm new to this. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna also quit studio mode to see a bigger POV. Okay, nice. So we have 2 matches on stream 1, 2 matches on stream 2. This is a winner bracket quarterfinals. We have on top Mark versus Gunther, and at the bottom Berktroll versus Obelix. So 2 French players facing off at the bottom, and a French versus German duel on top. 2 rollers at the bottom, and Mark is. Are you tapping, Mark? No, you're rolling. Okay, Mark is rolling, and Gunther is dashing actually. So we have a roll versus dash matchup, which I know the audience like to see. Yeah, I guess we are soon to be ready. So yeah, you can tap out, Mark, and I guess we will start. I don't think we need I don't think we need to wait for stream 1. So. Yeah, we are letting Mark maxing this game real quick, and then we are gonna start. Mark actually on a pretty good pace, but there's some holes in the stack here. Ouais, on le laisse max out. And here he goes, a max out for Mark. Nice warm up. J'ai fait hier, t'inquiète.
Tu fais avec son portable aussi. Hein.
Non mais j'ai fait hier ça. Alright. Alright, that was a pretty good warm up for Mark. Into level 31. Alright, here we go. Do you guys have your receipt? Or do you need Civil for that? Or okay, so everyone is ready? Okay, so oh yeah, wait, Mark is writing the seed. Civil should be coming. Alright, are you guys ready? Okay. A bit of chit chat right now. Okay, are you guys all ready? So we are starting in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Tris. There we go. So same seed, of course, for each match. And actually, Obelix was dashing yesterday, but after some warm up with roll last night, he felt pretty comfortable with it, and he's rolling today. Didn't feel as confident yesterday, so he chose to dash instead. But that makes that matchup against Berktroll, who also rolls a lot more even. All of these players are max outers, which is worth mentioning because that was not really the case for everyone yesterday. Now that we are pretty deep into this tournament, We are having the better players facing each other. Oh, and a misdrop from Berktroll with that T-piece. Shouldn't be too much trouble, but will cost him some pace. There's some cleaning to do. And yeah, neck and neck on top between Mark and Gunther. Mark will probably try to use his rolling advantage on 19 and 29, where it's gonna be tougher for Gunther. So I guess if it stays even on 18, it's gonna benefit him in the long run. Let's see if Gunther will be a bit more aggressive on 18 to try to compensate for that. And pretty close game at the bottom as well. Obelix was not really able to capitalize on Berktroll's early misdrop. And Berktroll himself cleaned up pretty quickly and is able to score again. So yes, they're trading the lead back and forth depending of the Tetris pace. Meanwhile, Gunther with a small lead on top. Nearly 2 Tetrises. Yeah, now it's well over 2 Tetrises, almost 3. And Mark is not completely clean. Okay, now he is. At the bottom, we are still trading the link clean boards for everyone, so not really a lot to talk about. All players having fairly calm and steady games so far. Gunther holding to his lead that oscillates between 2 and 3 Tetris. It looks like Mark has caught up 1 Tetris though. So now it's oscillating between 1 and 2. Meanwhile at the bottom we are still neck and neck. Berktroll responding to Obelix Tetris with a Tetris of his own. A bit of a dependency for Gunther here. Yeah, that the right J did not come in time, but he managed to play around that pretty well. Only burned I think 2 lines, and yeah, avoiding danger. And 3 Tetrises lead still for Gunther, playing really well on 18, which is what he needs to against rolling. And a drought at the bottom of 23 pieces, both players coming out of it, but Berktroll coming out of it with a Tetris and a clean board. Meanwhile, Obelix deteriorated his board because of that drought. And yeah, he's not in trouble, but he had to slow down, and he has some cleanup to do now with that pile of squares on the left side. And now Berktroll is actually taking a lead of 3 Tetrises. And we are approaching transition, 115 lines at the bottom, 110 on top. Gunther banging another Tetris. The gap has been consistent for quite a while now on top. So both players on similar paces, except that Gunther had a bit of a head start early on. Okay, 1 line away from transition for Berktroll. Meanwhile, Obelix is already in 19, and a drought on top. And that drought will be costly for Gunther, I think, because he's 3 lines away from transition with a pretty bad board. and that means he will most likely transition pretty high. Only one more line. Oh, that's a really bad board to transition on 19 on Das. Can he survive this? If a long bar comes really quickly, can maybe get out of it. But this is really tough. Yeah, now the left side is iterating. At least he's able to score the Tetris. But oh, that left side is completely unusable anymore, and it's gonna be a top out for Gunther. That drought right before the transition was really tough to deal with on Das, and Gunther couldn't survive. Meanwhile, Mark was able to bank a Tetris right out of this drought into transition and managed to transition with a really clean board. And now he has a few points to catch up. He has to beat 533 205 to win the game. Is 0.3 Tetrises away. He can just line this out, play T of runway. Oh, and Obelix stopped out, and Bergtroll is good. So Bergtroll will take game number 1. Meanwhile, Mark is still chasing this down, and this Tetris will do it. Mark taking game number 1. Both games with a similar lengths, and yeah, so it's gonna be Mark and Bergtroll coming out on top. So we can start the game 2 at the same time, and on my side I am ready, so we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. This is of course best of 5, just like yesterday. The entire tournament will be played out in best of 5, and yeah, flat bracket, single elimination. But the flat bracket aspect is not much of a factor anymore, because now the top seeds have joined the bracket this morning. So that's the case for Mark and Bergtroll, who didn't have to play yesterday thanks to their slots in the top 4 seeds. They still competed in the Game Boy tournament. Mark reaching the final, and an early drought on top, which has been easier to deal with for Bergtroll than for Obelix, but Obelix was able to clean it up fairly quickly after all. So yeah, that still allows Bergtroll to take an early Tetris lead. Oh, and a drought on top as well, and Gunther is a bit high with a tricky left side. At least the well is open now, but the bar is still not coming. Mark with the rolling playing really high, but still with that right well. That was quite a bit lower. He had some space to burn and was able to bang the Tetris. Gunther with that dependency, but oh, good pieces here to get back to safety. Mark with an early lead though at 164. Meanwhile, Gunther is at 148. And bottom 127 for Bergtroll, 109 for Obelix. And Bergtroll able to open the well right in time for the long bar. Banging another Tetris. Not extending his lead though, because Obelix got a Tetris of his own at the same time. So Gunther is back, was briefly back in... okay, now he's back again within a Tetris range of Mark. And another Tetris for Mark. Really clean boards on top. However, it's a bit tougher for Obelix now. Some cleanup to do. Shouldn't be too much of a problem for a player of his caliber. Yeah, he's back to a clean board in no time, and a Tetris for Obelix. Still slightly less than 2 Tetrises behind Bergtroll, who's off to a pretty smooth game so far. Gunther also within a Tetris range. It's a bit oscillating between 0.7 and 1.7 Tetris's deficit, and a drought on top. And actually it costs some pace to Mark. The well is still open for Gunther. He's getting the pieces a bit later because Mark got out of this drought a lot sooner than Gunther. I guess it's because Mark with the rolling is playing a bit higher up the board than what Gunther can do with that. So he's having more pieces in the same time frame. A bit Gunther is set up for some tuck here. He's probably gonna tuck the square, and yeah, that's exactly what he's gonna do. We are approaching the 100 line mark. Transition happens after 130 lines on 18. The gap still at 0.77 on top. It has been like that for quite a while now. Obelix again with some slight cleanup to do. Nothing critical, but it will allow Bertroll to extend his lead probably. Yeah, here comes the long bar. Obelix is set up for row 1 center well, and it pays off. He's gonna get the Tetris. Figured he has to turn on the aggression a bit. He's going for another center well, and I got the screens froze for me. Yeah, the gameplay has frozen for me. But the games are still going. It's fine for the players, but it's tricky for me. Sivel? So, okay, now it's back for Mark and Bergtroll, but Obelix and Gunther's POV are still frozen. Oh, and now, okay, I get the catch up. I guess it's on a server issue. Now I see the games catching up at the X accelerate. Okay, so Mark is into 19. And again, Gunther with a board quite deteriorated coming into transition. It's still a lot more playable than the previous game, but he has a lot of pace during the time I couldn't see during the time the POV froze. So yeah, Mark is 144 ahead, and Bergtroll topped out, so it's gonna be a chase down for Obelix, but it's a pretty tough board to deal with. He's able to dig it down though. He's less than a Tetris behind. Can Obelix complete the chase down? 15k left, 8k now. He needs 499 to take the game home. Still 3k more. And there we go. Obelix is good with 499. And he's gonna tie up the score to 1-1. Meanwhile, on top, the game is still going, but Gunther is really far behind. He's 7 Tetrises behind. Mark probably very well on max out pace, like way above max out pace. Meanwhile, yeah, Gunther, I guess he's having a decent DAS game. But yeah, I think it would be really hard for him to match his pace. Mark is on a really good game. 860k on level 24 only. Let me update the score real quick. Mark up to match point. No, sorry, not Mark. I mean, not yet, at least. Obelix tying up the score, sorry. However, Mark is most likely gonna go up to match point because he's at 935. Yeah, even if because Gunther is on DAS, so he will not score much on 29. I think even if Mark tops out now, I doubt Gunther would be able to catch up. One Tetris away from the max out now, I think, for Mark. Yeah, then max out for Mark. I think is it the first max out of the tournament in a match? I'm not sure. Could very well be. At least it's the first of the day. And yeah, I don't think Gunther is on max out pace, so I think even if Mark would top out now, the game would still go to Mark, but of course both players are still gonna play it out. Mark on a beautiful game. Mark one line away from 29 and 1.15 coming into 29. Strong showing from Mark. And yeah, for Das, Gunther is having a pretty good game of his own, but there's just not much he could have done really on this game. On the other side of the table, it's just playing too hard, too strong. And yeah, Gunther is gonna get into the kill screen at 871, and Mark is good. Yeah, and Mark is not gonna melon it, so we can start game 3 synchronized.
1 point.
Yeah, Gunther said that Mark actually beat Gunther's PB in this game, so yeah, there's really not much he could have done. And he had a good game of his own though. For Das 871, it would have won him a lot of games in a Das tournament. So game number 3 is gonna start at the same time. If everyone. Okay, Obelix is missing. So are we waiting or are we starting? Okay, so we are gonna start the game on top. We are missing Obelix, but otherwise we're fine. He's bathroom. Yeah.
That's why I mean, you can just continue playing, I guess.
Yeah. So Mark and Gunther, are you guys ready? So we are gonna go in 3. Oh, never mind. Obelix is here, so we can start at the same time. Okay, is everyone ready? Alright, so here we go for game number 3 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Mark is off to a match point here with that really strong game 2. Meanwhile, it's 1-1 in the match at the bottom between Obelix and Bergtroll in that rolling duel. So as Vandy likes to say, now it's a best of 3 at the bottom, and what is happening to the computer? I have no idea. My screen turned black for a second, but
C'est parce que j'ai mis.
everything is fine. Oh, okay. So Bergtroll with an early Tetris lead, but both boards pretty clean. Bit of a dependency for Mark, but he is able to fill it with the bar. So all good on on all sides. Obelix with a bit of a tricky left side, but he has that S. He's able to fill it in. I will mix up a lot S, J's, L's, Z's. I never know which one is which, so forgive me for that one. So we are neck and neck on top. Meanwhile, Bergtroll has a 2 Tetris lead. Very early on, 32 lines in. And he's gonna score another one. Meanwhile, Obelix is not ready to score for himself. Okay, never mind, he is now. Will score Tetris of his own.
Oh no way.
Yeah, a bit of a SZ spiral. For the seed on top, both players are able to deal with it in a good fashion. That's not the best. Okay, Mark is going for a left well Tetris actually, and the long bar is coming for him. He has a bit of a hole now, so he has to take the triple. Gunther with a bit less than 20k points lead early on. Meanwhile, Bergtroll with a 60k lead early on. The well is open for Obelix and boom, Tetris, simultaneous Tetris actually. So the gap is gonna stay the same. And Mark into some trouble. He should be able to get this down, but I think it's gonna need the piece to cooperate a bit. This is quite tough, and those S and those Z's are not really helpful. Okay, that long bar though, those two long bars are really helpful. And now Mark can breathe again. But Gunther now has a 80k points lead. So that dig really helped him, and yeah, that's a lead he's gonna need into 19 and into 29, based on what Mark showed at these speeds on the first two games. And yeah, Bergtroll now with quite a sizable lead as well, 55k. That's over two Tetrises. Oh, but Bergtroll with an early top out again, and it's another chase down for Obelix. Oh, just like the previous game, Bergtroll with quite of a lead, but with even earlier top out, because he topped out on 19 on the previous game. And now Obelix has all the time in the world to catch up this 18k. 404 is what you need, and there we go with that Tetris. Obelix is gonna move up to match point. And that could be the first quote-unquote upset of the tournament, because so far the top seed always won against the bottom seed. But we have the bottom seed on match point here, so if you guys are ready to start, we are gonna start. Okay, so we're gonna start at the bottom in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Here we go, match point for Obelix. Bergtroll, who didn't have to play yesterday because of his high seed, in danger of immediately falling out to loser bracket.
I think the same person you were playing, right?
No,
So the pressure is on, and we are on 19. We have transition on top. Gunther with a big lead of 5 Tetrises. That's exactly what he needs.
but now I'm facing.
Because now I think we are all expecting Mark to catch up in pace. But with that big of a lead, it's not gonna be easy to catch up. Oh, and Mark with a top out, actually. I didn't see that he was in that much trouble, and Gunther will take game number 3. And yeah, Gunther is mullining this because he's on a pretty good pace for that, actually. Oh, but he's pretty high. I think that's gonna be it anyway. He's not gonna be able to mullin this for much longer. And at the bottom, early lead for Bergtroll, but he has some cleanup to do, so Obelix able to catch up at neck and neck. I will update the score for Gunther saving match point here. He has 2 more to save now. And are we ready? Are we ready on top? Okay, no. The seeds are not updated yet. So let me know if I speak like too close or too far from the microphone. It's not my setup, so... Alright, so we are ready on top for 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Game number 4. Mark still up to match point. With a 2-1 lead. Gunter saved the first match point. He has 2 more to save though. Or at least 1 more if you... Like 1 more for the decider. And yeah, Belex with quite a lead. And now it's back to 1 Tetris. But it used to be 2 when Bergtroll is not clean. He was long bar dependent, and now he has some cleanup to do, and those pieces are not great for him. That's a lot of holes. And he should be able to survive this? Question mark? But he's gonna lose a lot of pace because this will take a while to dig out of. He's down 3 Tetrises already, and he's far from ready to score. Okay, that line is gonna help out a bit. This J as well. Oh, he decides to... Okay, he decides to take the burn after all. And now he's back to scoring position, and boom, Tetris for Bergtroll. But he is almost 100k behind, so he has some work to do now if he wants to stay in the winner bracket. Meanwhile, on top, Gunter with an early lead, 1 Tetris lead for Gunter. And yeah, we saw in the previous game he needs a lead in 18 if he wants to be able to compete with Mark's abilities in 19. Bergtroll back to scoring position with a Tetris, but Obelix in a Tetris of his own, so the pace now has even up, but that means also he's not catching up the deficit he picked up during that dig. It's even growing up a little bit. It's 110k now. It used to be 96. And Mark has regained the lead now by a very thin margin. They are now trading back and forth the lead. Oh, Gunter not Tetris ready here, so not able to score immediately. Okay, he will be able to score now. But Mark as well, so... Mark with a slight lead here. And actually, Bergtroll falling even further behind, transitioning 147k behind, and he's ahead in lines as well. Okay, with that Tetris is not really ahead anymore, but it's still like a 170k deficit. That's a lot of catch up to do for Bergtroll. It's gonna require a strong 19 or a top out on the other side. And Mark with a 1.5 Tetris lead into a drought. Gunter coming out of the drought with a Tetris, and it will be the same for Mark. We are at 100 lines, around 100 lines on top. We are level 21 in the bottom Tetris for Bergtroll, but space still evening out, so still not really catch-up dynamic, and now there's some cleanup to do for Bergtroll. Meanwhile, Obelix is clean, and Bergtroll is ahead in lines as well. And I don't really know what these players can do on 29. That could also be a factor. The points are worth so much in post 29. So we are approaching transition on top. Clean boards on both sides. Still a bit over Tetris lead for Mark. Meanwhile, Obelix is still 200k points ahead of Bergtroll. So he's managing his lead fairly well. He has some cleanup to do now though. And a bit of a dependency here and that. No spots for that square whatsoever. Oh, that board is starting to get a bit tricky for Obelix. Oh, and a top out for Gunther, and he will drop down to loser bracket. This drought killed him, and Mark is good. Mark is advancing to winner bracket semi-finals. GG. Meanwhile, we still have a game at the bottom. We are. I'm letting the 4 players POV to let Mark mull in it. Oh, and Obelix with the top out. Oh, but Bergtroll topped out as well. I missed that. So Obelix also is gonna advance to the next round. Which means I will have to face Bergtroll in the loser bracket, which I'm not looking forward to. But yeah, GG's, Obelix and Mark advancing to the winner bracket semifinals. Bergtroll and Gunther are down to the loser bracket. GG.
Okay, so now we're looking at the brackets. So what happened? Oh, wait. What happened to the brackets? Yeah. So brackets need some time to refresh. So we can see that Dan, V, and Neo has finished on their side, and I will update very soon what happened to the other match.
It's like stuff when I roll, it's like. I show you. It's like sometimes kind of uncomfortable, and like I was trying to like this, but it doesn't work. I'm just doing this. And also, I have to sit like this.
Is that just the end of play?
Yeah. My hand is looking.
Qualify this guy right now.
And here you can see now Mark against Obelix, but it will be in round 9, so in about 1 hour 30 minutes. And now we're gonna do the round 7. So yeah, full French on stream 1. So Bergtroll against Cousin and Gunther against me, Civil. And for the stream 2, you will see here Suichi against Tony and Richard, who lost against Danvi, now against Tolstoy's. Now.
Hello. How close do I have to be?
I think that's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine,
We
I
hear
think.
you now.
Yeah.
On stream.
Yes, we're all good. Let me.
So I do it. So this is the bracket, and here's our players.
Yeah.
And here you just need to add the points here.
Oh, and then it will. Okay. 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 So
You get
we have. I'm gonna move this.
Are you want to?
Let's move it. It's fine. I can see.
Just.
That's fine. Alright, so we're gonna have Shuichi and Tony on the top, Richard and Tolstoy on the bottom in the losers bracket. So obviously these guys have already played a match at some point, which I think was like just now. And if these guys will be ready, then we can get it started. Let's finish some warm-ups. Okay, I think the players are basically ready.
Then,
Oh, thanks.
That's good.
Oh, okay.
I won.
You won?
Yeah, you want
GG, congrats.
Thanks.
Do you want the medal?
So,
Oh. Oh, there's one there for you. Only that place. Okay. So guys, roll a seed and oh, do you need a ref over there? Ready? Richard, ready? Tolstoy, ready? Ready? Tolstoy, ready? Okay. Everyone is ready, so let's get it counted down in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And it looks like players were able to enter the seed correctly, so that's good. So we have 3 DAS players. No, that's not true. 2 DAS players. Oh, it looks like Tolstoy's tapping, but I can't actually tell. And then Tony is rolling. Bit of a rough start for Tony. I should be able to bring it down, no problem. Richard with a bar dependency. Richard bringing it down, no problem. Tetris for Richard, 71,000. Tony still in a mess, hasn't scored a Tetris yet, misdrops the L piece. There's the only one so far without a Tetris on the board. And there's the only one using a cheating playstyle, so yeah, still struggling. But Tony bringing it down. Slowly. Richard 140, Tolstoy 81,000, Shuichi 102, Tony at 29,000. An amazing 0% Tetris rate for Tony at the moment. And then he misdrops the LP, so that was probably my fault. Summer says, go players, good luck, have fun. Tony's still trying to score a Tetris. Richard with the center well, column 3. Oh, and then a triple flip for Tony, so not going to help himself with that. Richard filling along by dependency. 172 to 120 for Richard. Shuichi 174. Tony at 43, and another misdrop for Tony, and this is looking a little more dangerous. A nice T piece for the right hand side, nice L piece there. And oh, and then overshooting that T piece, and that might be the end for Tony, unless he gets something to the left side and gets a J piece over. Still survivable, but it's not easy, and I don't know how much longer he can live, and hangs that T piece. And 60 lines, 53,000 points, less than 1,000 points per line. Tony tops out at 53,000, and Shuichi is good. So on the bottom we have Tolstoy at 214 with a Tetris to go to 237. Tetris for Richard, 230. Oh, 53,200. Oh, is it on the screen? 53,200. It's on here. Still. Oh. Richard with a long war dependency fills it in with that long bar, as you normally would. And another long bar dependency filled in for Richard. Ready for Tetris. TP to the left hand side, that's really nice. Guys are ready. So on the top, Shuichi and Tony game number 2 in a 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Oh, and Richard in trouble. That left side is blocked off and tops out at 289. 323 for Tolstoy is good for game number 1. GG. And Shuichi starting off really rough, and also it's going to just top out without a Tetris at 1,911 points. So a quick leveler from Tony. Don't leave him hanging. Alright, so ready from the players on the bottom. So we'll get them started in a 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Tolstoy starting off with a 3 high vit setup. It's not gonna work. He's gonna try, but it's not gonna work. That bar does not fit in there. Alright, we got ready from the top players, Shuichi and Tony, game number 3 in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Richard filling in that long bar dependency, opens up the well. Needs another J piece or a long bar. That S is not gonna do him any favors. Oh, and that doesn't burn anything, and this is looking dangerous for Richard. Can bring this down with like an L piece. Oh, and early shifts that square piece is gonna top out here with one more line. 79,800 points. So Tolstoy, you need 80,000 points to complete this chase down and go up to match point. Oh, Tolstoy hanging long bar on the left. Gets a bar to the left side, it's low enough. Open for a Tetris now, 1 Tetris will do it. They're just waiting on a long bar. And there it is, there's a Tetris for Tolstoy, goes up 2 games to none, GG. On the top, Shuichi at 142. 102 for Tony. Looks like Tony is able to place pieces properly this time. There's Skim and a Tetris for Tony, 126. Shuichi at 166. Alright, so we have readies on the bottom, and they already started, okay? Oh, Obelix did the countdown. Shuichi in a little bit of trouble here, getting the square for a nice double, a nice L piece to the right side as well. A nice square placement for the S as well for Shuichi. Oh, and getting the T to the left hand side. Trying to open up this well, but created a long bar dependency. This is looking pretty rough for Shuichi. And, oh, a bunch of bars. Actually set up for a Tetris, but it's going to bring it down with that J piece. Oh, but those squares are kind of nasty. And that T doesn't burn anything. Luckily didn't. fall for that. Phantom Burn. So gonna bring this down. Need something for the left side. Get the bar over to the left. And Richard in trouble as well. Both players on the bottom in trouble. Richard with a slight lead. Shuichi gets that Tetris, 234 to Tony's 254. Tolstoy in trouble. Gets a bar to the left. Gets another bar into column 2. Just about squeezed it in there. Another Tetris for Richard, 78,000. Oh, and Tolstoy's going to top out at 23,000. And Richard at 83,000 is good for game number 3. And it's not going to get swept. There's some quick games here so far. Shuichi gets the top of the tee, gets the Tetris, 264. Tony going for a center well, column 6. Oh, blocks the well just as the bar shows up. Typical when you go center well. There's a Tetris for Shuichi into the lead, 312 to 297. Tony just going to take the triple. We have readies from the bottom players, so game number 4 in 3-2-1 Tetris. On your screen, it looks like Tolstoy is sitting really far away from the camera, and it's because he is sitting really far away from everybody else. Doesn't want his aura, like, touching anyone. A 363 for Shuichi on the top. And Tony at 358, so separated by only 0.3 of a Tetris. Random stuff of me, lol, says hi. Hi. Tony going for a Vitz and gets the Vitz and then gets the Tetris. Deserve to top out for that, I think. Richard with a bit of a jagged board. Would love a T-piece for that left side. There's a Tetris for Shuichi, 435. 429 for Tony. Tolstoy at 43,000 is going up. I'm going to try and bring this down. And that's the first transition of these sets. 461 for Shuichi. Tony going to transition with the next line clear. And there's a double into transition for Tony. 436. And set up for a dirty Tetris. Will the bar show? Having to chop this down with doubles. And just takes the triple instead. 497 Shuichi. Tony 447 with a Tetris. Wait, was that Tetris? I don't think that was a Tetris. That was a triple. And Shuichi gonna top out at 497. So Tony needs 498 to chase this one down and go up 2-1. Getting droughted a little bit, trying to go for this Tetris. And just gonna take the triple. On the bottom, Tolstoy trying to open up that column 9. Gonna do it. Oh, and Tony in trouble. Oh, and he's gonna miss. Oh, and he misdrops like a couple of long bars and tops out at 475. And Shuichi goes up 2-1. How did that happen? I don't know, man. What's up, Tim? Alright, so on the bottom, 202 for Richard, Tolstoy, 119. Oh, and Tolstoy misflips that S-piece, gonna hang the square and tops out at 121, and we have a decider on the bottom. Yeah, we can start. 3, 2, 1 Tetris on the bottom. I can't. If you're pressing ready on there, I can't see it. But yeah. All right, we have ready from Richard. Tolstoy is not ready. Ready? All right. So Richard, Tolstoy, Decider. Let's get the count down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So Tony not wanting to give this one up. His last chance to stay in the tournament with Shuichi on match point. Tolstoy, long bar dependent on the left side. And now Shuichi setting up the delayed Vitz, gets the bar for the Vitz. And Tolstoy topped out at 23,000. But Richard isn't there yet. Richard's at 8,000 points. Needs 13,000. Needs to just clear this out and get a Tetris. And there's the Tetris for Richard, 38,000. And Richard's gonna move on. So congratulations, Richard Wall. And on the top, wow, like magic. I can work OBS, it's crazy. 239 for Shuichi, 181 for Tony. Some are congratulating Richards on his victory. Hard fought. Probably a rougher set than they both would have liked, but a victory is a victory. Doesn't matter how you get it. Nasty square piece for Shuichi. Oh, and Tony double flips that T-piece on the left side. But is able to stay alive. Would love an L piece for the left, but that long ball will do too. Gets the T-piece in there. And Tony's going to be okay and gets the Tetris after all of that. 280, but is behind by 3 Tetrises. Another misrotation for Tony. And there's a Tetris for Shuichi, 387. Tony filling out that left side, waiting on a long bar. Both players waiting on a long bar. There. Oh my god, and Tony triple flips the bar, but he gets the Tetris, 355. Shuichi at 456. There's a Tetris for Shuichi, 5 Tetris to the head now, and Tony is in trouble. Gets the S piece in there. Long bar dependent in the middle. That J piece will do. And the bar to the left side. Ooh. Oh, and double flipping that J piece. This is going to be a problem. And that L piece will probably do Tony in. Tops out at 312. And Shuichi at 525 is good for game number 4. And we'll be moving on in the losers bracket. GG. Yes. A set of games plagued by rotation issues for Tony, but that is the life of being a roller. Sometimes your rotations just refuse to work. I'll let Shuichi can play this out. I don't think anyone's coming back on this stream. Is this stream done, or are there going to be more people?
There is.
Oh, no, there
last round for stream 2.
Okay.
It's the 2 match.
Okay.
Yes. It's around 1
And 581 top alpha Shuichi. GG. So, that means. What does that mean? Let's have a look. Oh, well, that's not what it's supposed to. Oh, there you go. Okay. So we're gonna have Bergtron Gunter in the round 8 of the losers, and then Shuichi and Richard Wolf, 2 players who just won here. So we'll be back with the next set of games very shortly.
Hello, welcome back for stream 2 of the final day of CTWC France 2025. We are in loser bracket top 8, I believe. Or top 10 rather. We are adjusting the cameras.
Okay, so
All right,
okay, now I have the host at my
we are good. So yeah, on this loser bracket we have.
so also where the nests in Sacrifice, that's just so many. That's where always is used, for example. Whatever works, just works.
So we have oh, it's not the correct name. It's Gunther who's playing and not Tony.
Oh yeah, okay, my bad.
So that's gonna be fixed in a second. So on top we have Bergtroll and Gunther, so another French duel, and another Das versus Roll matchup. So I think that the third match in a row where Gunther is facing a roller, because he faced Tony in the winner where he won, and then he lost against Mark earlier today, and dropped down to the loser bracket as a result, and is facing a roller again. And on the bottom we have Shuichi versus Richard, and I think that's also a Das versus Roll matchup. The matchup on top should be more balanced than the one in the bottom. Shuichi is quite a strong player. So my hand, I'm ready. I don't know if the players are. Are you guys ready?
Ah, do we have a referee? Today?
Hein?
Okay, l'arbitre?
Oui, je vais faire l'arbitre, mais il y a personne.
Okay, so are we ready, or do you guys really need someone? Yeah.
No, we're ready.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So in this case, we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1.
Oh no.
Okay. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. There we go. And okay, so Nestri's champ is frozen, which is great, but the game are going on as normal, so keep playing. It should eventually update. I mean, last time it happened, it okay, yeah, that should work as well. Tout à l'heure, ça arrive fraîche au bout d'un moment. Ça, tu sais, ça speed up la game.
Ouais, c'est bon.
Okay, so it's working again, and we have already a long bar dependency for Bergtroll, but he's able to fill it in. Bit of a messy board for Shuichi on the bottom as well, but Richard not in a position to score, so okay, there we go, so he can catch up. And yeah, Bergtroll with a rough early game. Meanwhile, Gunther is banging Tetrises, but Bergtroll is back to safety.
Oh, close.
And he has
Just refresh. Okay.
plenty of time to Oh, and a top out from Richard early on. So game number 1 is gonna go for to Shuichi. So does the game count for Shuichi, or? Okay. 'Cause I think he was a bit distracted, but. Non, ça juste le début. Alright, so we still have a game on top. As soon as you guys are ready at the bottom, we can start over with game 2. So on top, Gunther in a drought. Bergtroll is out of the drought. Oh, and sadly Gunther covering the well right before the end of the drought. And we are on with game number 2 at the bottom. Shuchi winning fairly quickly. Richard with the early top out. Gunther with a bit of cleanup to do. That might allow Bertrol to catch up, because Bertrol is clean, but he's in a drought. So decent timing for Gunther to do cleaning, but he became long bar dependent himself and had to cover it before getting it. And another drought, but neither player really in a position to score. Okay, now Gunther is clean and will be able to score. So 1.4 Tetris lead for Gunther. So Bertrol slowly catching up, and Richard off to a much better start than the previous game, because he not only already scored more than he did in the previous game, but he's ahead actually. After Shuchi. Let's see if he can keep this up. Oh, and I think he ghost burned, like he thought the line would clear and it didn't, and now his board is in trouble and in the middle of a drought. He's double long bar dependent. And now everything is covered. The drought is still going. But he's okay, he's trying to burn this down. That's some nice recovery from Richard here. And it's a really long drought. Wow, 44. Finally, long bar is coming. And Shuchi in trouble himself as well. So rough pieces for both players. Can the power of rolling get Shuchi out of it? But I think for Richard it's gonna be the end. Yes, it's gonna be, but it's a chase down for Shuchi. He needs 180. Okay, and he's clear. Shuchi is gonna take game number 2 and move up to match point. Oh, sadly Gunther having to cover the well despite those 2 bars coming. Okay, he's getting a third one though. But now he has some cleanup to do. He's 90 points ahead coming into 19. And it's not too high of a board for 19, but it's still not too easy. Are we ready for game number 3 at the bottom? Oh, and the board is tricky for both players actually on top. 19 is a rough place to be. It's tough for both players. Oh, and the left side is almost unusable for Gunther with Das. He's trying to get a few more lines. Oh, that's some good survival. And we are starting off with the bottom. Oh, that's really good survival by Gunther here. But sadly, it's not enough. On Das is just too hard. And it's gonna be a chase down for Bertrol, but he's in trouble himself. Oh, that long bar is really helpful though. He has 70k points to catch up, a bit more than that. Now it's a bit more manageable for Bertrol. He's still dependent a few pieces, but that S is gonna help. Oh, but that's I think a miss. Was it a misdrop or just oh, and now that's gonna be really tough to deal with, even with roll. Oh my god, this long bar might actually survive this. Oh, and he will. It still needs 50k though. The board is a bit more manageable now. Oh, is it already over at the bottom? I missed it.
Yep.
Okay, I missed it, but Shuchi took early game 3 and will qualify to the next round. Richard is eliminated. Sadly, I completely missed that because I was too focused on that game on top. Still 22k to catch up for Bertrand. But now that board is back to safety. I'm on level 26. Should be able to make it. Only 9k left. And there we go, Bertrand. Bertrand with the chase down. And yeah, we had time to play the entire best of 3 on top. Meanwhile, we only got one game going in the bottom. Richard with not his best performance on the tournament, like he's capable of doing much better than what he showed in this set, sadly. So now we are back into and a control change for Bertrand. So now we are gonna update the seed and resume back with game number 2. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. There we go, game number 2. Bertrand has taken game number 1 after quite a long and hectic chase down. But he got what matters in the end, which is the hurt. Most players still waiting for their first Tetris. Oh, Bertrand with a late adjustment but able to score the Tetris. Gunther was not able to score and sadly still not because he covered the well right when the long bar came in. All the Tetris players know the struggle. This time though he will clear it up right on time for the next long bar. Sadly he is long bar dependent now with a bit of rough pieces and that tower in the middle. Not the easiest to navigate. And in the middle of a drought as well, so he has to take some delayed burns. The well is open again. But no long bar in sight. Okay, finally there is one. Ooh. Okay. That's still a rough board to deal with for Gunther. At least now the right side is open. But he's losing massive pace. Berkshire with an early lead of 40k and another drought now for Gunther. At least he's able to score that Tetris, which also brings down the stack. Okay, now this is safer, but he still needs to clean up. Oh, he's gonna go for row 2 Tetris actually. And there we go, the dirty Tetris for Gunther. Surprisingly not losing that much pace. Berktroll is also on doing row 2 Tetrises, which is very more common to see in roll compared to DAS. Berktroll banging another row 2 Tetris. Gunther with a few dependencies but still able to score. Oh, now he's long bar dependent on the left side, but he's able to fill it up. The long bar came pretty quickly and he's gonna go for column 2. Oh, column 9, sorry. Column 9 Tetris. Which he got. And those setups have allowed Gunther to still be within Tetris reach of Berktroll despite those long periods of messier boards. So he definitely dealt efficiently with that phase of the game. And now he's back to fully clean board. So his opponent though having a smoother game. Gunther waiting for long bar. Where is it? There it comes. Bergtroll also Tetris ready. I don't really know who's ahead in terms of the piece sequence. So yeah, Bergtroll we still around the Tetris lead. A bit less than that. And now we have Gunther in the lead by 5k, so that's some really good recovery from that rough early game. And we are into a drought, but Gunther was not Tetris ready, so it's only becoming an issue now. Okay, not too long of a drought. So Gunther with that tuck setup and the Tetris, a small hole though in the stack. That is gonna require some attention. Okay, that long bar fills in the dependency, but still not a really good looking board. It's gonna need some work with that tower of squares in the middle. Okay, that's a good sequence for Gunther, but yeah, that means the deficit he worked hard to erase. Now we will have to deal with it again. Bergtroll back with over two Tetrises lead. Gunther though again with a column 9 Tetris and set up for another column 9 Tetris, which he will get into transitions. 501 transition for Bergtroll, 448 for Gunther. And now it's gonna be tougher for Gunther in DAS to compete on 19. Oh, and the misdrop. Not deadly yet. Okay, Gunther cleaning this up, which on DAS is yeah, any cleanup is difficult on DAS 19. And he didn't lose that much pace, and Bergtroll actually has a pretty messy board. And oh, Gunther in the drought had to cover up the well, and he's not able to deal with that, but that's what was so aggressive by Gunther, and it's gonna be tough to survive. He's able to get the long bar on the left, but that might be too tough to deal with of a board. But it's really hard to make the correct decision at those speeds, and Gunther is not able to survive this, and Bergtroll, as he was cleaning up his board, will get the win before needing to do so. So Bergtroll is gonna move up to 2-0, which makes it a match point, and we are in the loser bracket, so Gunther is actually facing elimination here. He has to win 3 games in a row against a roller if he wants to survive in this tournament that he is organizing. The newly crowned Spanish champion, actually.
Cette troisième manche, dans 3, 2,
Through 1, Tetris. Here we go, game number 3. Bergtroll versus Gunther. Bergtroll with 2 match points here. And technically 3 if you count the decider, the potential decider as a match point as well. Yeah, both of these players are also the main organizers of this tournament. They are both really motivated to shine at home. It's pretty much nearly the only Tetris tournament, proper Tetris tournament we have in the country, so it's one of the few opportunities to shine. But of course, both have traveled for tournaments before. Both attended the CTWC DAS. And of course, Gunther, as I said, won CTWC Iberia. Which I think was very recently. Yeah, oh yeah, okay, yeah, so it was early May, so it was like less than 2 weeks ago. Oh, never mind. It was in... I got whispered the wrong info. It was in September last year. It's a few months ago. Okay, Gunther with a Tetris lead here. But Bergtroll is ready to score one of his own. Oh, and didn't get the T-spin. So he's not Tetris ready anymore. He had to clean for the hole created. Gunther with a T-tuck filling the hole of his own and in a drought, but he's not Tetris ready anyway, so not too much of a problem yet. Now both players are ready, but both are in this drought. Gunther out of the drought and Bergtroll as well, both with a Tetris. The drought has been well navigated by both players. Oh, and Gunther actually setting up for the Tetris. He didn't take the safety triple, and that might not pay off, because he's in trouble now. Okay, that's some good pieces. And now the Tetris. Thankfully that it was a really short drought. And actually he's able to stay neck and neck, but that could have been a lot more unfortunate than it was. And another drought. Quite a rough piece set. And Bergtroll actually having to cover the well. Meanwhile, Gunther is able to score the Tetris out of this drought. So he's gonna take more than a Tetris lead actually of 24k and another Tetris. Meanwhile, Bergtroll is actually in trouble. Okay, that long bar though is bringing him back to safety. Without falling too far behind on pace neither. The 100 line mark has been crossed by both players now, and it's 391 for Gunther, 349 for Bergtroll. Still anyone's games. And another Tetris for Gunther, but Bergtroll was ready as well and gets also a Tetris of his own. The gap is still around the Tetris in favor of Gunther. He has a few dependency. He chose to go for the center well for column 4. And he is Tetris ready on column 4 and he will get it. And that actually will bring him back to a clean board. So very efficient setup by Gunther, but it's now neck and neck. Not anymore Gunther able to score another Tetris, meanwhile Bergtroll has some cleanup to do. Oh, Bergtroll with a few holes really high up the screen. That long bar though is gonna help. And he's into transition. For rolling it shouldn't be as bad to transition like that, but it's still not ideal. 518 transition from Gunther, 476 for Bergtroll. A bit of a dependency for Gunther with some cleanup to do that should be manageable still.